Now, the next dude I'm gonna speak on is somebody that I've been personally confused and low-key conflicted on for a minute, man. I wasn't made aware of this dude until recently. And as soon as I seen him, I'm like, man, I don't know. We got Ceddys Nash, neighborhood rolling 60 Crip.
C-R-I-P. Yeah, down in SAC. What up, cuz? What up, cuz? I never bang on wax, I bang on cats. This shit's hits are crippin', like we bringin' them walking cage cats. Whistle when you see that, get that. You see them blue bandanas on bananas like a gorilla.
Now, I've been seeing a lot of segments on Ceddys Nash and his origins, and I'm not saying or talking down on people that come from out of town and join a LA hood. I will say the success rate and really coming out on top of doing something like that is extremely low. You know what I'm saying? Not growing up with niggas, not being around from the beginning and popping out of the blue, especially in your later years. I'm not talking about 13, 14, starting high school out here and then, doing your shit. But I'm talking about after high school, coming out here and aligning yourself with a set. It's not too many ways that shit can turn out positive. I'm gonna just keep it real. And this is low-key what we kind of seeing with Ceddys Nash. Now, like I said, with his origins, we know he's from up north. He's from SAC. And it's a lot of videos of him as an older young man with them members from SAC and not pushing 6-0 shit. You know what I'm saying? He pushing a hood out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. We know what's going on up there and what's been going on up there in the Bay, in SAC, in Stockton. It's getting cracking. It's nothing to be played with up there. So my thing is, if you was banging a hood up there, why not stick with it? That's where questions start to arise for me. What happened? Now, some dudes have been on his heels lately. Byron Blake, Munchie B, they've been on this dude heels and providing receipts. One instance where he said he was from a SAC hood since he was 9. I believe that hood is Manor Crip. Now, before I really knew who this dude was, I heard Jaleese bring this situation up, man, probably like last year. And I didn't look into it, but I remember her saying this dude's name and kind of insinuating that he was on bunk down here, but I didn't look into it. But now things have came to this. And we also seen him on a news segment talking to the news people about a shooting.
When you heard the argument, was it a long argument? Was it just short? Did it seem like
it was static? And his friend was like, he's not even a part of this. He's not a part of this.
And boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
At one point, he said that he was a paid crisis actor to talk about the shooting on the news. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been real confused about the purpose of his cripping. You know what I'm saying? And what's up with the hood hopping allegations in your older years? Now, he said he got put on a 6-0 in 2009 when he was 19. But in one of his songs, he said he was north side banging. The 6-0s ain't got shit to do with no north side nothing. And that shit worries me, man, because niggas was making allegations that he didn't get put on a 6-0 in 2009. He didn't make his way down here and start pressing this 6-0 identity until after Nipsey passed. And I hope this ain't on no be all you can be type shit. He felt like it was his duty to pick up the Crip torch after Nipsey was killed. I think they call them delusions of grandeur. And it seemed like he aligned himself with Big U, but also said that he's from SAC, but he rocks with the 6-0s when he's in LA. Some shit that just don't add up all the way, man. To me, it's no good. And, this dude has also went so far to say that LA is his city. I can't get behind that shit. Even if you came down here in 2009 and 19, it's not your city. I'm going to just say this. If you wasn't born here or brought here in your young formative years, you cannot say this is your city. Now, we seen Loose Cannon say that he's not from 6-0, but whatever that nigga say is no good as well. That shit don't even matter. His word's about as good as the smokers. But we did see him bring that snitch nigga Wody to the 6-0s, and he got spanked for it.
Man, we got you. Where we at with it, man?
Saying all this weird ass. But keep my name out your mouth. Get 11 people homies outside. Bitch ass I'm not no internet.
We ain't going back and forth with y'all niggas.
This is just not the representation that niggas want coming out the city, man. Like, if you really from the city, anybody from 6-0, whatever hood you from out here, the shit has to be upheld a certain way. And I spoke on this a lot of times with a lot of different hoods, allowing certain people, especially on social media, to push their sets. And that should just be rubbing me the wrong way because it don't look right. It don't sound right. It's just not authentic. And that's the vibe that I'm getting from Ceddys Nash, man, with his cripping. Now, I've seen he got ties to Oklahoma as well. I don't know what this Oklahoma shit's about, but I think overall he's a cool, regular internet personality. The gangbanging doesn't have to go with that. He got a good following on his channel. I don't necessarily think it's because of the cripping. So I honestly think him and the cripping can part ways, separate itself. And continue like that for real. And I honestly don't think anybody will look at him funny. I'm gonna just keep that shit 100. But as representation of neighborhood rolling 60 Crip, I gotta give Ceddys Nash a F. If that's not right. Even if the nigga that got put on, all that's cool. But like I said, coming out here 19, 30, look, it's a way to pay homage without fully involving yourself into these politics, man. So Ceddys Nash, we got to give him an F.